But yes, the reality is that a film can be enjoyed only in a theater, not on television or on your mobile or iPad. It doesn't matter how many years you spent in the industry. If you don't know the job, it's pointless. You spending 25 years or spending 1 year, it's just pointless. Many a time we mislead and we think by showing gruesome and scary faces, we are making horror. No, it's not about the scary faces.
Hello everyone, welcome to PeepingMoon.com. I'm Rashita Sahani and today I have with me Arshad Warsi for his upcoming film Durgamati. Hello Arshad, welcome to Peeping Moon.
Hello, nice being here. Tell me.
Yeah. So Arshad, tell me something. We watched the trailer. It's really intriguing. It looks interesting. But what was that one aspect of the film that, prompted you to be a part of it?
Prompted me to be a part of it. Of course, script, and I think the unpredictability of the script is what I liked. I thought it was very exciting. Right up till the end, you really don't know what's happening, which I find very interesting in a script. When you can keep your audience glued on and guessing, which is good. So yeah, this had that factor. Other than that, yeah, it's a good production house and a good director. A nice team working on it, a good bunch of actors. It's a good unit. You're in safe hands. You feel nice. So that's how it is. And yeah, of course, the first thing priority for me is a good script. And yes, it was.
Okay. And what
I get to do a serious role for a change.
Yeah, that's what exactly my next question
Yay.
is. So we get to see this man Ishwar Prasad, and everyone's kind of after him, that we want to frame him and all of that we see in the trailer. But what actually is the character, if you can give some glimpse of it?
I am not going to tell you that. Okay, he's a very nice man. He's a very good man. He's like somebody that he's very nice. He's all positive, all helpful, and all goodness you can ever think and imagine in anybody. This man has it. So yeah, that's what he's all about. That's all I can say.
Okay, no issue. And how? Yeah, I get it. But how was, you have been in the industry for a long time and working with Bhumi, who's comparatively new. Of course, she's also doing a lot of projects, right? And Karan Kapadia, of course, he's also new comparatively. How was it working with them? Was their approach something different from yours, or what was it sharing screen space?
Oh, it's normal. I mean, they were just like how I was when I came. Entho and eager and tremendous energy and want to do this and want to do everything, and so yeah, it's the same feeling, which is very good. Bhumi is extremely hardworking and very focused and does not stop till she doesn't get it right, which is a very good trait. Like I told her, I said, you're the female version of Amir Khan, who will keep going till you don't get it right, which is nice. So yeah, I can see that difference. But the fact is that the good part is that they are new and they are good, and that's what really matters. It doesn't matter how many years you spent in the industry. If you don't know the job, it's pointless. You spending 25 years or spending 1 year, it's just pointless. The whole fact is that you got to know your job. And fortunately, yes, some of the newcomers that have come who really know their job well, and they are so good at it. They're such good actors. So that's good.
Okay. And when the trailer released, of course, there was this buzz that was created around it, and there were like Twitter hashtags that were trending. Now that the response has been good, what do you think the film's response is going to be? Is there any expectation set?
I really would like people to love it. It's always the case. When you work for something, you want people to like it. So yes, I'm expecting everybody to like it. I also think they will like it. I think they will like it because there's nothing wrong in this film. It's a very as I said, it's very interesting. There's no reason for anybody not to like it, unless you're averse to a genre. Then you have a problem. and even horror, when you talk about horror, like I'm also not a big fan who watches horror films. I don't really go out of my way to see a horror film. Uh, but the fact is, this is not the kind of horror which is gruesome or stuff like that. Uh,
Yeah.
it's a world that is that we are watching, and that world is intriguing. That world is thrilling. That's what you're going to see. So I have a feeling people will like it. I think so.
Okay. And as you talked about the horror genre, that is exactly what my next question was going to be. That in India, horror films are actually not taken that seriously, if I may say so, because there have been films in the past, of course, which have not done that well belonging to the horror genre. Do you think Durgamati comes as a, fresh content and is going to change that thing?
It's a question of, yeah, I do feel. See, I'll tell you the horror film which I saw of late, or the last horror film that I saw, which I really loved, was Pari, which was Anushka's film. Now, I don't know whether it did well or not. I don't know about that, and I don't care about that. For me, I enjoyed the film. I thought it was a very well made film. It frightened me. It did touch me. Durgavati has that element. Uh,
Yeah.
it has that intriguing factor, that spiritual factor. That the unknown that we don't know about, and so it has that factor. And yes, I think so. Yeah, I have a feeling it'll work. It'll work. And it's a question of what you're making. It's not really. Many a time we mislead, and we think by showing gruesome and scary faces, we are making horror. No, it's not about the scary faces. It's the world that you create. That's what scares me. You know, it's the character and what the depth of that character's problems or whatever, that scares me. An ugly face or all that thing doesn't scare me much. So I think that's what one should look out for a good, intriguing story. That's more interesting.
Definitely, yeah. And Durgamati, of course, when it was announced, it was all set for a theatrical release. But unfortunately, due to COVID, now every other film's releasing on web. Do you think that will make any impact as such? Because of course, the web viewership has increased tremendously in India now and everywhere.
As I said it earlier, that I think the industry should be pretty grateful to the to OTT platform for giving us a little door and a window. Otherwise, we would be stuck. The industry would have been stuck with no releases. And because of OTT, we have still got movies coming out and things are happening. So yes, one is grateful, but yes, the reality is that a film can be enjoyed only in a theater, not on television or on your mobile or iPad. Um, I would like to see a film in a theater with the sound, with the lights off, and the big screen and a popcorn in my hand. That's the way I would like to enjoy a film. Uh, so yes, that is a drawback. I wish it was in theater. It would have People would have seen the film in its complete glory. Uh, but unfortunately, bad times are not tougher times, so we have to work around it, and we'll have to make do with this.
Okay. And what about the films, of course, presented by Akshay Kumar? And I was recently talking to Jishu, your co-star, and he told me that it was great on set and there was a lot of support coming from his side also. But how was the collaboration overall?
Oh, Akshay, I'm a huge fan of his. I really like him. I not just like him, I admire his work, and I admire the kind of stuff he does. He's really good at what he does, and I enjoy his comedy. He really makes me laugh. Um, Jishu is again a fabulous human being. I really enjoyed working with all of them. They're all great guys. Good actor, and yes, we had a great time. He didn't think I would be. I like to fool around on the set. I like to crack jokes, and I like an atmosphere to be happy whenever I'm working. So yeah, he was quite amused with that, seeing me doing extremely serious stuff, and at the moment he says cut, I'm like going nuts all over the place,
Yeah.
and then back to all that. So I like a happy place. I don't like people serious in life.
Okay. Great. And the digital debut that you made this year with Asur, do you think it kind of changed the ball game for you, because there was so much appreciation, and of course, particularly for your role as well. So are you looking forward to doing more web projects now?
I will. I like the script again, and that's why I did it. Uh, I wasn't trying to prove a point about doing a serious role or something like that. It's amazing, but I'll tell you the truth. Uh, in my entire career, I've done barely like 4 or 5 serious roles, and they've all done very well. And I've done tons of comedies and fewer work. So if you look at the ratio, I'm more successful as a serious actor than as a comedian, actually, because I must have done 50 comedies and maybe 5 have worked. I've done 4 or 5 serious work, and all have been appreciated. So, but we are not living in an ideal world, so one has to work around it. But that's how it is. So I don't have a problem with the genre of, or the kind of role I've got and the kind of acting needed. So I am happy doing anything. I'm fine with all. For me, I was very happy that somebody offered me a film, a series like this and a serious role like this. So yeah, I enjoyed doing it. I'm looking forward to season 2 now. I'm going to start shooting for it straight after I finish Bachchan Pandey with Mr. Akshay Kumar.
Yeah, correct.
And Kriti. Unfortunately, I won't have much work with Jacqueline, but Kriti and me will be doing a lot of silly stuff together.
Oh, we'll be looking forward to it, because the announcement came and we were all like, wow. Yeah.
You all will love it. It's insane.
I'm sure. Okay. And what about any update on Golmaal 5? Because ever since you all have featured in that Simba song, everyone's like, please give it to us.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
I think as I always say, unfortunately, like Rohit is also stuck in a space where he's obligated to come out with another Golmaal and keep going with it. I don't know when and what is happening, but I guess usually what happens is you suddenly get a call from Rohit's office saying, hey, come to the office, there's a narration. And we listen to the script and say, hey, let's go. So it just might happen. So I don't know when, but I'm quite sure it will. So yeah, that's how it is.
Okay. Thank you so much, Arshad, for chatting with me. It was great.
Pleasure is all mine.
Thank you. Good luck. Bye-bye.
Thank you.